Hello everyone, so it's time to work on some rendering option. First option that I'm going to work is 3ds Max. First thing first, I want to check if my units are in centimeters, so I'm going to go to customize unit setup. In here is centimeter and system unit centimeter, so okay. Now I want to press Alt W to have the big screen. Let's go to import, desktop, and turtle low. Import the poly. Let's close it, and here we go. Minimize these tabs. Now I'm going to import my iris. Open HDRI poly. We can import it as single mesh. Close, and let's go import cornea HDRI poly single mesh. Close. Perfect. Now let's select all and let's group. Let's call it turtle. Perfect. If I'm pressing T to go on top, Z for framing, what I was looking, I found that this turtle adult size can be typical grow to 1 meter. So it's pretty big. So let's make a simple plane and create it over here. Let's go to modify, and we have it to 100. Now let's select this one, press R or scale in this top, and let's scale it. So we have it approximately 1 meter length. Perfect. Now that because we used scale, we need to go and ungroup. We can copy turtle name. Let's ungroup, and now let's reset our size. So reset X form, reset selected. As you can see, we have X form on top, and right click, convert to HDRI poly again, group, and rename it turtle. Now let's go and create a camera. T to see from top. Let's go to create cameras, and let's go to V-Ray. I'm using V-Ray 3.5, so I still have V-Ray physical camera. On the recent 3ds Max that's changed, but it's almost the same. So there is a physical camera, so I'm going to start maybe in the future videos to work with that. So let's drag it, simple drag it like that. Now let's go to modify and change a few things. So I need to uncheck vignetting and white balance go into neutral. For now, let's just change it to 35. Focal length, let's keep it like this for now. Let's press C and Shift F for framing. And if we go in the right bottom, we can see orbit camera, and we can move it. I always recommend to move camera and keep the model in the position. Okay, let's press G, and let's go to dolly camera, and let's get closer. Let's go to roll camera. Again, orbit. I want to change the frame, so you can press F10. If I press F10, my recording will stop, so I'm going to render setup, and let's change it to 2000. Okay, 1600. Doesn't matter, but I like this format for now. Let's lock it. by pressing the scroll we can move it, something like this. Maybe we will play more with the position of rendering, doesn't matter. Now that we have render, let's add some settings. New V-rays are pretty straightforward now these days because they all we have pre-settings, so we're just going to change a few things. So from type I'm going to go to bucket. This is too much for now, let's go to 8. Let's right click and switch it to expert because you are expert, right? Let's go to color mapping and I'm going to use exponential. Let's press up pixel mapping. Let's go to GI. We have brute force, light cache, that's good. Let's keep it this way, 1000, doesn't matter for now. Let's go to settings. Dynamic limit is 0. Finally they put it for default, so it's going to use all my RAMs. And I think this is let's add some channels. Let's go and add alpha, normal, diffuse, global, lightning, matte shadow. Not sure if gonna help, but doesn't matter. Let's select lightning raw, reflection, total lightning, reflection, specular, SS2, wire color, maybe VZ depth. We will see if we're going to use it. Press OK. We can close V-Ray setup for now. Next step, let's go press M for material. Wait, okay. Now let's add a simple V-Ray material from the left. Let's add some reflection. I want to have clay that has some reflection, glossiness, and add it to our model. Perfect. Let's move it in the left, press P to go in perspective, and let's create, actually let's go in camera and let's go to light, V-Ray light, V-Ray light. So let's create the light that we can see so we can control it. Simple plain light. Okay, now let's go to modify. Let's create it like dome. Option, let's leave it, actually let's put it invisible, and dome line is very careful. Perfect. Let's go to default material, diffuse. Let's go to V-Ray, scroll down to V-Ray, and we are going to search V-Ray HDR. Let's go back and select this one and drag it over here. Let's select copy for now. Now let's select this map and move it to texture in HDRI, and now let's press instance. A cool website where you can find free HDRI is, I was searching exactly free HDRI and HDRI Heaven. This is the first one. These are completely free. You can go and support them on Patreon. You can see over here. And let's go to HDRIs. And I think we need a sky or sunset. Let's go to skies. Okay. Yes, I'm going for a sun. So let's try this one, like this one. Or this one. I'm thinking that the bottom of the water should be sand. So I think this one is the best one for eventual reflection. Okay, as you can see, they gave HDRI of insane resolution. So we're going to choose this 8K on 4K. Now we're going to wait to download. Let's close this one and let's go to our HDR map and bitmap. Let's go to desktop and maps, dry field AK, open. Perfect. Let's go and choose spherical like that. Now we actually have an HDRI, so let's go. I don't really like this realistic, so let's go to shaded. Let's open this group and let's add one turbo smooth. Okay, so we have more info. Now let's go back to camera by pressing C and let's press Shift Q to see one of our clay render. As you can see, the HDRI is in place, but I do not like the light for now, so let's press escape. We can also move to progressive rendering. Let's keep it progressive, and as you can see, it's much better, much faster. Again, escape. Now let's save it, Ctrl S time to time, don't forget to save it. Now let's press Alt W, this video information. Let's go to this plus and configure viewport. I want to go to region, no, layout, sorry, and I want to have only two. Yes, let's make it like this. So the bottom I want to be in the camera, and on top I want to, let's press G, I want to F3 to wireframe. I want to have my HDRI, so let's go press Alt B, and no, sorry, first, doesn't matter, Alt B, use environment background. Okay, let's press 8 on the keyboard, and now let's go to our light and just drag our light to environment instance. Perfect. Let's close. Now we're going to wait to have our HDRI. Now let's enter in camera, so pressing C, Shift F, and as you can see, if we press Alt W, we have on the big camera. Let's go to, we see the HDR in the background, so let's go to 2-pan zoom middle. We have an idea where is the light, so let's press M, and we can increase, actually let's go to override to 2, and let's go to gamma and let's make the contrast bigger, 0.8 for now, and let's move it. Let's see where is the sun. Okay, here we go, like this. So I'm trying to make it from the back some sort, so let's go and make a test. Shift Q, much better, but I think it's too strong, the light or the contrast. So let's decrease this one to 1.6. Test again, too strong again. Let's reduce the 11. More distant, but still strong. But let's move it. Let's play more with this one. Let's go top. I like the contour on top of that, but it's still too strong, so I think it's too much contrast. Let's go to 0.95. Yes, way better, way better. We can play more with lighting or position, but I kind of like it. It gives some volume to our object. So let's leave it for now like this, because we're going to add more lights later. Let's bring some details to our turtle. For now, let's use our clay material. Let's select it and let's go to map, bump, and choose the normal map. And now let's add our normal map from, let's go to marmoset. No, let's go to substance map and choose default normal map. Perfect. So we have something. Let's go and we can increase it. 75. Just now let's make a quick preview. Shift Q. Why do I see this harsh shadow? I don't really like the HDRI, how it's working right now. Let's move it more. Let's make another test. Yes, this is way better with the normal map, the light. Let's go back. Let's keep this one. I want to see if normal map is correctly. Yes, it is. Actually, for a correct display normal map in rendering, I need to go and add minus. So I have it inverted. Let's go up to 9, Shift Q. As you can see now, it's better. It's rendering correcting, but I do not like this hard. So let's go and let's flip red. Let's keep it like this for now. So I still have two harsh shadows. I'm going to go back to 1 for contrast even more. Okay, the shadows are more soft and I like it. Let's increase lightning. As you can see, it's a lot of back and forward because in time settings are changing because of the textures, normal maps, lightning, etc. This video is not really pre-recorded, so it's some sort of live rendering. As you can see, it's a lot of work. So let's press Alt W and go back in here, doesn't matter. Now let's add more details to our turtle using Displacement map. I want to see my turtle. Alt W. Let's uncheck configure viewport, display, and display selected. Okay. Now we can isolate it by pressing Alt Q. By pressing P, we're going to go to perspective and G, eliminate the grid. So I'm going to add D search. I'm going to add displace. Let's check luminous center. Let's check using existing map, and let's go to map, go into turtle displacement from ZBrush, and let's add override 1. Open. Now let's press M, bring back material, and drag our displacement in this slot. Keep instance. Because it's from ZBrush, I need to flip vertical my map, so I'm going to add angle 180. Right click 0, but that's not that important right now. And let's see how much information we can add. We can also increase our turbo smooth iteration. Let's go to 3. If we press 7, we can see that we have almost 1 million in viewport. So let's go to displace. Now let's go and add some strength. So let's press 4. Ooh, way too much. 1 centimeter, way too low. 2. We are close enough. Ooh, if your computer can handle, you can add more iteration. I have 32 gigabytes, so we should be good. So we have almost 4 million polygon. We can add more information in rendering. If we go to turbo smooth, render items, and we can set this for 5. That depends on your computer. I do like how the information is set on this. For now, let's go to C, and let's press Shift Q for another preview. Now will take more time because we have more information. So as you can see, light is different right now. We're going to work more on that, but I think it's too much intensity. So let's keep it for now to 4, and let's go back to 1.8. Perfect, because we do have normal map, and I think it's too much normal map now. Let's save it, and now we can go to this one and select all this, copy. Let's select one of our eye. Let's go for cornea and just press paste. This is happening because we have the displacement from turtle. So let's go back. We do not need this so many information. Let's go to displacement by pressing M. Let's duplicate this one, and with all these settings we can just go and pick our cornea displacement map, and next step is to drag it and replace the slot. As you can see, it's way too much, so we can go lower, even lower. And we can add more info, something like this. Perfect. Now let's select iris, and we're going to do the same. Right, we can copy this, paste, and let's import iris displacement map. Drag it to replace it, instance, and I think it's too much. Something like this. Let's go to camera and Shift Q. Now we also have some eyes. Awesome. I want a light from top now, so let's press T and V-Ray light. We have a plane and just make it like this and move it up. Let's see how this looks. Okay, great, it's opening way much. And I want another light, so let's select this one, press shift, drag it, and let's R rotate. We can go and check angle snap, and let's move it, make it smaller. I'm trying to give some volume to our turtle. Let's check invisibility, and I want to see in the bottom. You can see it, but I think we can increase the light. Still too small. Let's bring it closer. Move it down. Shift Q. Look, this one. I like this too. They are too small for now, but we can move it lower. Let's keep it this way for now. I think we can increase the HDRI just a bit. Let's go for 20. Okay, let's keep it this way. We can close by pressing A. We can close environment, so we cannot see it in render anymore in the background. Now let's say that everything is okay. I'm going to press M again, and let's create an SS shader. So I'm going to go to standard and V-Ray fast SS2. I'm going to go to custom and select skimping. There's some preset that I'm using. Next, I'm going to drag it on my turtle like this, and let's go and copy our V-Ray normal map, paste it, increase it to 60. Second, let's go to SS color, bitmap, and let's choose turtle texture. If we press show shaded, we can see that everything is good. Let's go back, actually let's decrease the blur on texture because we need it pretty clear. Next, let's go to scatter. This scatter color, it's made in Photoshop. I just took my texture and made it red. Let's decrease the blur also, and also I'm going to decrease the scatter color to around 64, something like that. Now let's go to specular glossiness, specular map, and I think we are good just for now. Maybe we can increase specular glossiness. Also, let's check scatter GI. Okay, let's press Shift Q. I like how this is showing. Progressive is still not rendering at full power. So I do have so we can change by going to render setup, the bucket. Let's decrease our pixels so we can render fast, because now with SSS will take more resources and will slow down a bit. Maybe it's too strong, but I think the lighting is also, so we're going to work more in lighting. But I do like how this material looks. We can go to material and take our specular, go to variable normal and paste it over here to add extra detail. Let's save, don't forget to save. And now that we have all set with these materials, let's go and add more effects to our scene. So I'm going to go to left and I'm going to go light standard and create a target spot. Make sure this target spot is beneath the top light. We have effect, and I'm going to go to Google and going to search Caustics texture, simple Caustics texture, and by going to image you can choose which one you want to be black and white, or you can create your own. So I do have a few, so I'm going to go to my spot, modify, just top one, modify. I'm going to check shadow, village shadow, make sure that's village shadow, and let's go to advanced effect. Let's go to map, bitmap, and let's choose this caustic. Press M and drag it in our simple slot. Let's add more tiling, let's say 3. Also by pressing C you go back to camera. Let's go to tool, V-Ray, light listen, and we can, oops, I increased it too much. I was making some tests. 56. Let's go back to white and shift Q. Before all this, let's go and actually let's increase it back again. Press M and drag this clay back to our slot so we can see the light. Let's go and move it on top. Decrease this tiling back to 2 and shift Q, and we start to see the caustic. I think we can increase it back but more, 6. Let's see how 6 will look like. This is better. Also I think we can still increase to the power. I think the SSA will swallow the light even more, so let's see with color. We barely see it. Maybe we can decrease the reflection. glossiness, and also the reflection, also EOR. And let's increase even more that light. Let's go for 300. It's a huge difference from VSSS to simple clay. Actually, let's go bananas with this light. So let's go back to the and let's up. Yes, okay, let's change the color just a bit yellowish. I think we do have yellow, so okay, let's render again. Yes, we can see it now better. We can also make it smaller. Let's make them smaller even more. So let's go 9. As you can see, it's a lot of back and forth. Depending on your preference, you can stop here or you can push it further. I do like it where I am right now, but I want to make something more. But first, let's add some eye details. So I'm going to select this both eye, Alt Q, isolate. Let's go top. Let's go and create a sphere. So I'm going to create a box. Then I'm going, let's set it to 3. Oops, 3. Let's go turbo smooth. Let's apply spherify. Perfect. We can apply another turbo smooth. Why did I do this and not choose a simple sphere? This is why. Oops, not this one. Sphere. As you can see, this is quad and we have triangles. So I'm going to let's go here, top, move it here and scale it much as it will cover up our eye. Something like this. Yes, I think it will work because this is inside, so doesn't bother me that much. Just a little bit more. With right click you can use this one for scaling. Press M. Simple V-Ray material. Let's add some reflection and refraction. Even more. Glass clear. One turbo smooth and copy to other side. Awesome. Now let's make a render. You can select a region and let's see. Okay, interesting, but I think reflection can be more glass. Okay, now let's copy our material. let's freeze them. Actually, option property, freeze, uncheck show frozen. And now let's call this material cornea. We can uncheck bump, we don't have any. We can uncheck specular. Now let's select cornea texture. Cornea, okay, and apply it. Okay, now let's select iris texture and apply it. They are from ZBrush. Let's make a new render. Okay, now let's see how they look with turtle. I think that glass is too big, I guess, I'm not sure. Anyway, you can adjustment more if you want. I'm going to stop here because I do want to make some new things. So I'm going to press 8. I'm going to atmosphere and V-ray environment fog. Let's play just a bit with this one. So I'm going to make it bluish. Let's increase this one a lot. Let's go 34. Let's press scatter GI and uncheck use all lights. Let's add these two. Whoops. And this one. And let's have a small test. So this should be some sort of ocean, but you can twist it more. I'm going to be back after the render it's done, because obviously it will take a while. Okay guys, if you made it this far, kudos for you. This is the render. I kinda like this noise from render settings. They are looking like water bubble. You can go further from here if you want. You can take all these maps and import it in Photoshop and change the background, lightning, etc. Okay guys, I hope you find this video useful. Subscribe, share and like. See you next time.